Hello everyone, my name is Ola and here I'm just teaching about our New Year's celebration in Turkey are done absolutely, and all official weekends are finished. Today is 2nd January and everybody went back to their work or school. I'm also coming back to my usual daily chores and of course my cross-stitching routine too. And I know in this time of the year it's so popular kind of video like my plans, cross stitching plans for a whole year, but I can't create them. I'm just actually beginner in cross stitching hobby and I'm doing it like 4 years maybe. And I am so changing person about this, and life is also not so stable, so you can't, in my opinion, fully decide like I will whole year do this. No, I can decide only maybe for 1 week or at least at most for 1 month, not more. And if you would ask me about my yearly plans, I would say I'm planning to continue and move forward all of my started project and regularly take and move them. That's all my plans. Some of them will be finished, some maybe I may start. I have a lot so beautiful patterns which is waiting for their turn, but as much as I have almost 20, I can't. Okay, I just don't let myself to start more because I won't give enough attention to every of them. And when you have almost 20, it's already hard. So, okay, let's create at least plans for next week. Today is Friday, but who can stop and don't allow me to start my cross-stitching week on Friday? So maybe it will be even not one cross-stitching week, it can be 10 days. But I will decide it later. Now I'm just took fifth my project and will show you and say what I want to do with them soon. And first it's this little dot sweet circle pattern from cross-stitching, not from Stitching Land. Yes, name of designer Stitching Land, and actually you can easily find it. It's international famous designer. I speech I talk a lot about his awesome patterns. If you did not check it, did not saw it before, just do it and you will be impressed for sure. Now I decided to took this little ship and little move this beautiful project. I'm in love with colors and yes, I miss it so much. Last time I move it in last year, yes, it's so stupid joke, but I can say it almost about every project. I just little work with two of them in this year and not so much, by the way. I will show you. So let's see how this ship will grow up. Maybe I will continue work on sun and sky. Maybe I will go down and continue grow up fields and ships, or I can go left and continue with forest. Who know? I don't need so much stitches in one time on this project. Maybe 1000 will be enough just for see difference. Yes, I'm thinking mostly that 1000 of stitches on every project is enough in 1 week. So let's see next. And from one winter process, let's jump to another. And actually, if you know or don't know, I will explain. This scene is from exactly moment when the Fellowship of the Ring is leaving Rivendell, and Tolkien in his books was so obsessed with details and especially about chronology, and he exactly said that Fellowship of the Ring left Rivendell in January. So yes, I believe that this process is winter process, even they draw it like autumn, but we know that magic elf ring keep exactly magic, and that's why Rivendell was like blooming even it was so cold outside and winter times, but it looks just like warm autumn in Rivendell. So yes, it's winter process, it doesn't seem like. And it's also one more challenge with another my friends. We also agreed to make at least 1000 stitches in our multicolor projects, not dimensions, but multicolor. So yes, I have to move it every week too from now. And I'm planning to do it. Actually, it's one of my hardest multicolor projects, but what can I do? Yes, I can just continue and keep going on here too. And let's see how this project will grow up. I hope for some big changes, or at least seeable changes. There's a lot of colors which I have to change almost all the time, and a lot of confetti, and it's normal. You can see how beautiful is architecture parts. Here I will show you better. And even background is stitching much more easier, but even this tower was like, I spent at least 5 days just for this tower, even it's so small according to rest. But anyhow, I will handle. And let's see next one, which is much more easier for me actually. And yes, we are directly leaving winter and jumping into summer. And this hydrangea is so beautiful and giving me so nice feeling while I'm stitching it. I miss this project. I didn't touch it for a few months. And it's time to move it. Luckily, I'm not any season cross stitcher. I just take whatever process I want in the moment and moving. That's why all of them are growing. That's why nobody is staying and nobody forgotten. Okay. By the way, little fact, in Turkish language, hydrangea is ortanca, and I can even mix these two words. They are so close and it has same meaning. Let's see how this project also will grow up. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with it. Actually, I'm not rushing with it so much. I will just stay with these flowers maybe 1 or 2 evenings, and I believe it will be enough to see changes and at least enjoy this project so much. And finally, last one which I'm planning to take this week, it's my Apple Still Life from Joanna Dick. And if you remember, or if you watch my last video about all of my work in progress, you may notice that this little change, this one, but don't feel upset, it was just like 2000 half stitches in these corners and almost nothing changed, yes. And I'm planning to take and move it, of course. I still have to send report about this project to our, like, not contest, but I don't know English word, but yes, me and other Russian cross stitchers are just sharing our progress weekly, and whoever is loose, he's leaving. And it's actually funny community, and I love the regularity of this. I'm still staying in this corner. I'm continue going down. I will spend time for background. I will continue flowers and this little green fabric. And we also see big changes, or not big, I'm not sure about this, but at least it will also change and move. So see you in 2 seconds and we'll see how my project grew up. Next one is design from dimensions, and his name is Early Snow, and it's exactly what happened with us yesterday. It was real New Year miracle, and generally it doesn't happen in Turkey, at least in Marmara region, around Marmarasia. It's so warm in December and January, and so cold February, really cold and windy. And we have snow only in February, maybe once or two at years, and generally it's like catastrophe for our mayor, because they have to close schools and government places, because our roads and cars are not ready for snowy days. So it's easier to close all of them and don't work in those days. But this year it happened earlier. It was total surprise for all of us, and everybody becomes so happy because it's snowy days, so really situation. My daughter also was so happy to play with snowballs. So yes, I'm going to take this design, it's absolutely fitting with our situation, and move it to also we agreed with one of my friend to move our dimensions projects, like it's little not fight but challenge for us. Every week we should move our dimensions project for 1000 stitches, and whoever is missing 3 weeks will buy new pattern for other. So it's interesting and it's challenging, but it's also funny, and let's see how this pattern will grow up. Actually it's a lot of half stitches here, so even it should be full cross stitch 1000, so it will be huge. Actually today is even not Friday, but here I am, it's only Thursday, sorry. And I have 5 news to tell you, and 5 projects which grow up well, so I will show you them and let's see. First one is dimensions early snow, and as you can see I added around 2000 half stitches. Mostly it's sky and mountains, it's background, all of this landscape, it's like huge background but I love it so much, and this landscape for me is so adorable, and atmosphere is so cozy, even it looks so frosty and cold, but that's how I feel this color palette, and I'm in love with this process, and actually I got a lot of joy during the work on it. And main point, when I started cross-stitching week in Friday, I didn't recognize that fact that I have to make 2 reports. Every Sunday I should show 3 work in my little battles with friends. It's different friends and different battles, different cross-stitch projects, and all of them I need to move weekly. So I will again took this project and again move it, and I hope in Friday I can show you again some changes, so you may not miss this work so much and others too. It would be logical to show you sunset on Rivendell in this point, but with my friends we talk, and I decided to change my yearly multicolor project on this heaven and earth design, summer in Bavaria, and that's how it looks now. Instead of making 1000 cross stitches on Rivendell, I'm going to add every week around 2000 half stitches on this project, and we will see how it will grow up. I hope it will be huge changes, and actually I'm planning first cover down parts, but I know myself, in some point I will feel bored of bushes and dark shades, so once I will go upstairs up and continue with sky and mountains, and then again stop myself and go down, I will jump in whole project and change frame placing, but that's how I'm moving all of my artworks.
But if you feel disappointed about Rivendell, don't. I still will continue work on this project on this week, and I will move it at least for 1000 cross stitches. We will see it in the end. But yes, those projects will move little more. And only 2 designs left to show, which I took not for any games, battle challenges, but only for my joy and actually relax. They were very relaxing for me. And first one, it's little ships from Stitching Land. This time I move on sky part. It's hard to understand and that it's exactly sky, but let's use imagination. Actually, I was postponing covering sun, these light yellow shades, for a long time. I don't like light yellow colors, but also I have to do them too. And the most crazy part of this work this time for me was green. Look at sun. You can see light yellow, you can see some fire shades like orange or bright red, but what is this green colors doing here? I don't understand, but still it fits well. And in total, with all of this madness, with all of these crazy colors, it looks nice, surprisingly. And that's why also I love this project so much. Like, it's destroying borders in my mind about how landscape should be created. That's also why I love these circles from Stitching Land in general. It's not like something usual, it's something which is really different for me. I don't know how to explain this, but it feels nice. Second, my process, which I have to move regularly and send reports every Sunday. It's still live with apples, and last time I moved it like less than 1000 cross stitches. It's good for this process, I think, and I will move again. As you can see, I added more background half stitches. It was a bit boring for me actually, but at least fast and not hard. I started wooden table, or what is it? And actually it's so interesting because I have to mix dark green and brown colors. Weird, but funny, and I expect actually beautiful effect from this blends. And as you can see, I couldn't cover apple part and leaves because I miss exactly the most needed color of floss. I may find it and continue, of course. Also, I want to find corner this time, this right down corner, and it will be actually a huge milestone. I adore to start projects from the middle and then go to some sides and find corners, and anytime when I find new corner in any of my project, I feel so happy, like wow, one more point. Even not percent of work is this much important for me, like corners or sides, but it's just how I feel. I remember I told you that I need to stitch something violet for one of my game, but I couldn't. In part which I frame, there was absolutely no one violet floss. Absolutely. I make a lot of green, I made a little less pink, and just 5 colors of light blue, but no one violet, none purple, just a lot of green and actually a lot of half stitches, surprisingly, but it was even not flowers exactly, it was their leaves and background. And I like how it looks, I like how it's change, how is it, volume, because there is full stitch, there is half stitch, there is half stitch in one floss, and it looks so beautiful and awesome. And especially I like how I chose color of fabric for this project, because it also fits very well in my opinion. Even original gray wouldn't be this much bright for colors. But that's also not so fast project. Actually, I have to be very concentrated, and it makes my mind work hardly in some points, but somewhere I also can relax, like these huge pieces of green on leaves. It's going fast and easy, but this half stitch in one floss, which I have to count very carefully, at least this left part is done, and I can go down next time, or I can go right. Who can stop me? Okay, so let's remind. I will move dimensions early snow. I will move again my apples and summer in Bavaria, and of course I want, in the end at least, move a bit Rivendell, and I will come to you in Friday, I hope, and show whatever I did. So see you in 1 second. Finally, today is Friday and my cross-stitching week is finishing. I can make this last part of video and show you everything whatever I did in these 3 days. And actually it's even more than I expected from myself, but okay, less than I planned. It sounds like paradox, but it is. Let's start from the end, actually. At last I spent around 1.5 days with my sunset in Rivendell, and I could handle not so much stitches, cross stitches. It's only 1000, and actually it was the easiest part because it was huge block of black color. And as you can see, only left side grow up well. Also it was little pieces of dark green and around 200s, one by one, and actually it was good emotions for me. I could rest with this project. Did not push myself hardly for some hard parts. It was simple and cozy and so warm process for me this time, at least. Mostly it's challenging, but this time I could just relax. And I'm glad that even it was cancelled for my battle, but still I did not just leave this process. I decided, okay, even I don't have to work with you, but I love this process so much, and I want to move it. I did it, and I'm glad for myself, even it was not official goal. Next, my goal was find the corner of this still life with apple, and I did it. Even I couldn't do a lot of stitches like I wanted, like I planned. I still handle at least one goal on this project. I could find the corner, and I felt bored. I felt tired of this process. Generally, I'm changing my project layer so often, like one day with one project, one day I'm taking another, but this time, no, I already spending a lot of time with these apples, and I felt, okay, enough. It's better to stop and leave it for a few days, take a breath, and then again feel inspired for these apples too, but now enough. So now 5 days is gone, and I again feel that I want to move it, but I will still give myself rest and continue maybe in Monday. Today is just Friday, and whole weekends I'm planning to spend with another process, absolutely another, which I did not touch for months maybe, but it will be topic of of my next weekly video. On these apples I could add like 600 cross stitches, and mostly it was background, but also I added 5 brown colors, not so important and not so visible, but at least something. Next, my goal, which I could fully complete, it's 1000 cross stitches on this landscape, dimensions early snow, and it was also not so easy, by the way, because there are long chains of half stitches, like horizontal, and I have to count this 25, 26, 27. It's so easy for me, at least, to make mistake and lost this count, so I have to be concentrated, but I handle it. I hope I did not make so much mistake. And actually, look at this brown orange little piece of something under the tree. I thought, what is this? I can't understand. What is this weird something? Then I check preview and I realized that it's horse. It was absolutely surprise for me, because actually when I choose this project I felt in love with this landscape, with these colors, with this amazing sunset clouds and mountains and autumn trees. It's like maybe November or just beginning of the winter, because the trees are still orange, but I did not recognize that there is also people sitting near fire and also horses, very small, and we say kuchujuk, like so tiny, almost invisible if you're not careful about details, and I wasn't any careful about these details, and now it's like surprise for me, because it's more than 40% of this work are done, and only now I could release this. There is horse. So it's so funny but beautiful surprise for me. And I like how I'm discovering something in my projects even after so long term. I just understand that most of my landscape which I work on this week was like sunset or evening, because summer in Bavaria it's definitely evening, and sunset in Rivendell obviously, and also early snow dimensions looks like sunset, because if it would be sunrise it would be more pink, I think, and more cold colors, but now it's really seems like sunset. I may be wrong, you can fix me in comment section, but yes, one more landscape now you can see, and it's evening, and it's heaven and earth design, summer in Bavaria. I added, as I promised, like 2000 half stitches, and finally I can see the light on windows. I couldn't finish and complete them fully, because still like around 10 colors are missing, but try to understand me, there are a lot of colors in this small and simple windows, but still I have to cover it and I have to jump and change color a lot, and there are also a lot of uncovered spaces which I will do next time, but I will say honestly not next week. Next week I'm planning to take another heaven and earth design and move it forward too, but we will see it in next video, of course. It's only like plans for now. So what more I added here? No one finished object, none, but at least 2000, not 1000, yes, 2000 half stitches are here, And actually it's also like 40% of this huge multicolor project, and it's actually a big milestone for me. When I started it, I wasn't be sure that I can actually easily reach this point, but here I am. 5 years later, I could reach this, and I hope to see 50% and more and more, and once finish this huge and beautiful landscape. But it's long road for sure. So it was last project which I took on this week, and it's time to finish this video. It's time to say thank for all of you, whoever is finished watching this video, who spent this, maybe it's less than 1 hour, but thanks for staying with me, thanks for your support, and see you soon.